world, man. For now, but soon they're gonna be taken out of that position. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, everywhere they set their border up, there's wickedness there. And then they at the point where they fighting over borders. Where they say that he that was being peace with thee shall meet thee at thy borders, man. Like you can't now these nations are drawing lines like you can't now that's ours. You can't have that. That belongs to us. Or we're going to war for it then. Because America is trying to expand their borders and all that, man. They're trying to expand their rulership. And these other nations are seeing what's happening. They be like, nah, you can't have that. Because we want to be a superpower too. And all the unjust dealings that America has done with them, they finally I guess they finally caught on. Like America talk a good game. They one of the best game talkers in the world. You be like, damn, how you think the Native Americans fell for that many treaties and shit? And they fucking got us again and shit. Then America say, oh look, I got a better proposition for you. I got a better deal. And it sound right, and they package it up and they print it out and shit. I'm talking about today, or they draw it in down the land, down in the soil and the land. They say, okay, you can take this property and this and that way, and then in any case, you can come and help borrow from us whenever you want. We got a Treasury Department, you know what I'm saying? And then they be like, well, we need more land. We want half. Well, can't do that. And then they'll be like, we just got to go to war then. Because America, they don't care about murdering people, man. They don't hold themselves guilty. What do they say? They slay them with and hold themselves not guilty. They don't care about slaughtering Negroes and Latino Native Americans, man. That helps them with their rulership. Less people to deal with, less rebellion. You know, that's what they want to come into. That's why they got a depopulation agenda, man. They want less Negroes as possible, so we don't have to deal with no rebellion. Martial law. Go ahead.
And the people whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Yeah, them. The Edomites. Starting with our main tribe, Amalekites. The Jewish people. And I would never, until they're wiped out, Most High have an indignation with them forever. So it ain't no way they're going to be ruling. That's why they said, well, they done away with it. It's proof in the spirit. It's proof. There's documentation that Esau is still here. Shit, he's the one that's coming up with the gun magazines. We ain't doing that shit.
They say Esau is blessed with the sword in the fatness of the earth. So why is there everybody got weapons, man? Because Esau still ain't done away with, man.
Yeah.
Or nobody wouldn't have no weapons like this.
And who
man.
got the best weapons? Who's the military might? They say America. Even though they say China is the second superpower, they're still Edomites as the main superpower. And then they say Russians are third. Well, Russians are Edomites too. So they predominantly are the people of the sword, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's them. They can't escape themselves, man. So, you know, the Most High, guns run out. Like Apostle Bar said, gun is a powerful weapon if you use it right. But if you got spiritual powers, them guns ain't shit.
Yep.
You know, you see what they do in the movies with Superman. He deflect them bullets and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The bullet hit his eye and would deflect.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Exodus 17:16. You know, the Lord, Moses said, the Lord told him to tell us that we will battle with Amalek and war with Amalek from generation to generation, man. Yeah. So for that to come to pass, they still had to be here, man.
Yeah, yeah. And they say that Esau is the end of the world, so if it ain't no peace on earth, he ain't it.
Yeah.
That means he's here still causing war. And then what we say about it says what advantage what advantage had the Jews? This is in the New Testament. What advantage have the Jews?
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then have the Jew?
What advantage does he have? It's going to say, go ahead.
Or Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Yeah, go ahead.
Much every way.
Much every way, and it's going to tell you why. Because the Jews are a special people to the Most High. They're just not nobody. That's why these people, the fake Jews, been getting all this credit and all this praise. Because people think people once thought they were the true people of Israel, the true people of God. You know? Even these nations were scared a little bit because they were like, damn, they did take the land and they are following the Torah. So they heard. And it was like, and the other nations know about Israelites. Those battles were fought many times upon those lands with these other nations. So they know, they're very acquainted with the history of Israel. Not so much America. Our people don't know about the history of the Israelites. They know that they Israelites are so-called black people. You know? But America is full of lies. You know? The covering cast right over here. So you're not going to learn that in your history books. Go ahead.
They're not telling you who's who.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say everybody black, white, yellow, purple. They throw purple in there and shit. Everybody's just a rainbow. That's that sodomy shit, man. Even though it's a such thing as a real rainbow, but they turn it into sodomy. You see what they do with the rainbow colors? That's how evil these people are. They take the good and turn it bad. They take you take the good, you take the good and you turn it bad. You take the saints and you make them you. You take the angels, you take the Son of God and you make them you. And that's not biblical at all, man. It's not even spiritually biblical. It got a description of the very Son of God, and if it didn't have a description, it would describe him in the spirit as, this like it does in the Esau. It said they should have different mannerisms. He's a man of the gun. He's a man of field. That's him. He dwelleth outside of the temple. He goeth around seeking who he may devour. He set up his democracy, his policies, and his education. That's him. It mentions him in the Apocrypha all through the book, man. So if you ever find a book and read a book and it says, well, Esau was a good guy, then that's the wrong book you read. Like you said, they got all these other books they read and shit. Is it going along with the Bible? Talking about Moses did some wayward stuff, and that ain't in Moses' spirit to do that. He went off, but you know the spirit. David went off, but he was still a man. He was still a man of the Most High's heart. Go ahead.
It says, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High.
Chiefly because of them was admitted the oracles of the Most High, man. That's why it's an advantage to be a Jew. Just like they have an advantage over right now, pretending to be us. Everybody funds them. Everybody celebrated when they when they got into Israel and it became a state. Shit, Russia, Moab, Elam, they all celebrated and gave flowers and gave honor to them when they got into their land. President over here signed papers agreeing. But we didn't do that shit. They didn't get no approval from us. Go ahead. They all these things set up in place over here, religion, education, politics. They didn't ask us Native Americans what's the best, They taught them a lot about the land, but they totally shut them off the picture. They shut them out the picture, man. They didn't have no say about nothing. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
You got one token so-called Native American, one token Negro.
Yeah.
One Negro get on the who they call the space rocket and shit. Oh, we got a chance, man. You see that nigga? He was on the rocket. And then you think that speaks for all Negroes. No, he's sold out. Took the bag. Ain't no way I'm getting on no damn rocket, man. Native Americans the same way. It's that token Native American that lead to other so-called Native Americans into destruction. Well, I think we should be nice to the white man. He has a lot to offer. Next thing you know, that's why the Most High said he's going to destroy the shepherds of Israel, man, and lead his people astray, make his people go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 3, for what if some did not believe?
Yeah, what if some did not believe that? That we the true saints, that advantage, that you got advantage over much because they admit the oracles of God, what they didn't believe that? What if they didn't believe all this, any of this? The chariots coming for the Negro, Latino, Native American, that we are numbered among the saints? Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?
Yeah, that means it's not going to happen. That's not what it is. And it's going to say, go ahead.
The Most High forbid.
Yeah, Most High forbid all that, man. And we know these nations' background. We know what they do. They do the same thing as Esau and shit. You know about what's happening in China, East India. You know? They had their head covered like they're the holy people. That's deception, you know? Because they do abominable things over there. Go ahead.
Yea, let Yahweh be true,
Yeah, let the Most High be true. Go ahead.
but every man a liar.
Talking about a common man, a regular man. It's not talking about the saints because the Most High speaks through his saints. That's his mouthpiece. It says that, right? You are my mouthpiece. So it's talking about the average common man that don't know what's going on. Don't believe him. Let him be a liar. Because you got Jakes be like, man, America, man, I think it's a good country. We just need to, you know, unify and all that. That ain't what the Most High said. You know, the Most High doesn't like confusion. Confusion got to be destroyed. And this America is a lot of it. That's why this whole planet got to be realigned. They got to be orchestrated with what's right. You know, all the teachings are wrong. Even though, hey, you think these nations got different ways of their doctrine? You don't think their doctrine been tampered with and shit? You read the Mormon doctrine or the Josephus book. How come they say our doctrine is tampered with, but theirs is fully intact? No, ours makes sense all the way through. The Apocrypha reads just like the rest of the Bible because it's a part of it is the Bible. It doesn't go off and say something else like Moses went off and started his own nation and forgot about the Israelites. Became a Moabite. They don't say nothing like that. Moses is always Moses from the Old Testament to the New Testament. Same thing with Yahweh Shai. Isaac wasn't no Edomite. Adam wasn't no Edomite. That was Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai sure wasn't no Edomite. So he stayed within the generation of his own all this time. So you are who you are from the beginning to the end, man. Cain was who he was. He's here today. He came as Esau, just born as Esau. It wasn't no, we had to know where his spirit was or who he was because of the mark. He came out as we know who he was. Oh shit, this baby red all over. You know, he's done. Wasted away his seed already. Because what did the Most High say? Let these compilation and grow and see who they are. You know, but we know who we are as soon as he was born. Oh, this is Esau. Now we find out these nations, after generation, they say Moab is the same people they were back then. Doing the same shit. You know? Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. We know these nations through and through. They on the back of the sign right here. You know what I'm saying? All these nations, you know, we know their motto, we know their character. It explains in the Bible. It said Esau has different mannerisms. This man, it said Ham, he's gonna be doing this. He's gonna go off. His daughters, he's gonna get, the Ethiopians shall be slain by the Most High sword. They're not gonna be nothing. With Elam, same thing with him. Most High didn't set nothing with them up to be the children of God. He gave them certain powers at certain times, blessing at certain times, not the children of God, not not the oracles, not the law, not the kingdom of heaven. So they're not going to be ruling the kingdom of heaven. Man. Go ahead.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings,
Yep.
and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Because we got the mouth, we got the heart of the Most High. We speak it what He wants to perform and how He wants to have things play out. We're a part of His playbook,
Yep.
And we're telling these nations that you're going into slavery, man. And
Yep.
we know why. We know why you're going into slavery.
And we're gonna be justified because when you look up that word sayings in the Greek, it's logos. And when you go into it, it's talking about the Old Testament prophecies written in the Old Testament. These Old Testament sayings, a lot of this stuff ain't came to pass yet, man.
Yeah.
In Jeremiah, it said it's gonna be dead bodies from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. That hasn't happened yet, man.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't really nobody over here. So the Lord had to set it up, for a lot of this stuff to come past right now.
What did it say? The beginning of knowledge is the beginning. You have to fear the Lord, ignoring Him.
Yep.
They don't know the Lord.
Yep. They don't know Him. They just think He all love. He don't think it's strictly saying the Bible He hated Esau in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. Anytime it says as it is written, that means He wrote it in the Old Testament. So if the Old Testament is something that's not really that needs to be paid attention to, then why is He rewriting the same stuff in the New Testament then? There's a lot of scriptures that's in the Old Testament that's in the New Testament.
Yeah, he repeats himself.
Because He said He won't alter the thing out of His lips. He ain't changing it up, man.
He still hates Esau to this day.
Yep, and He not letting no heathens into the damn kingdom, man. Kingdom is the rulership. They're not getting in that. How you gonna get to rule here and be a damn demon, and your whole motherfucking life you didn't give a shit about what Yahweh said, and then you get to rule in the kingdom?
Yep.
That don't even make sense.
And these Americans believe in fairy tale. That's why they believe everybody's gonna be angels and everybody's gonna love each other.
Man,
The
hell
reality
no.
is get your ass sent back to earth where you have to serve judgment and punishment.
That's
That's
slavery,
reality.
man.
Yeah, that's the reality,
Yeah.
man. There ain't no matrix. You ain't gonna be able to with that matrix shit, you just disappear in a digital realm and shit. I escaped the judgment of Yahweh. You gonna bring your ass back. And the body and the flesh and imprison you in this flesh. You're gonna be in prison. You're gonna be it's gonna be a new chains of darkness for you, Esau.
We go to Revelation 13:10. Where you want to go?
Shake their chain, their noble ones, fetters, chains, fetters of iron.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna take the kingdom.
Okay.
Because a kingdom, what did it say? Like to a king, so is the people. Well, it's all contorted right now because everybody hates Trump. They supposed to be in line with Trump, with what Trump is saying and thinking. That's how you know a kingdom is divided, man. That's how you know something's off in the creation, of course, of nature, how it's supposed to flow.
Okay.
You're supposed to be happy with your king. Well, they ain't happy. Go ahead.
It's Psalms 149, verse 5, and it reads, let the saints be joyful in glory.
Mm-hmm.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Not everybody. Saints. I gotta know who saints are, man. Saints ain't everybody. There's murders and thieves and robbers and pedos on it and crazy people. How can they be saints? It ain't talking about them like how can he be numbered among us. It's talking about men that they wouldn't think so. We got regular lives. We go to, we make mistakes like regular men. That's the ones who that we live out to the Most High. That's the ones who they're gonna say, how is he numbered among the saints? Because they picture the saints as perfect
Yep.
with a halo on their head. How is he? They don't even know, like we said, what saints mean.
Yep.
Go
You're
ahead.
gonna find out the saints gonna come piss the fuck off.
Yep.
That's what you're gonna find out.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth.
That's what it is. In our mouth, not these other nations. Elam don't sing the high praises of Yahweh Shai. Neither does Moab, neither is Ham, neither is which is the Africans. Nobody does that, but the saints on the highways and byways. Not even our 2/3 people. Go ahead.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah.
Verse 7, to execute vengeance.
And that's going to be eventually exercise vengeance. Because now Most High has shown an example of you got the spiritual sword. This is sharper than any two-edged sword, but it's going to be manifested. It's going to be real. We're going to be chasing your ass. High places, low places. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
The saints are different from the heathens. So there's still a line drawn. Every heathen don't become a saint. Now you might have Jakes that live like the heathens and he's like, oh, wake up. Now he's with the children of God, but then you can't be a nation of the heathens and then become an Israelite of the saints.
Yep. That's all I tell you. If you are Israelite and you ain't siding with us, then you are considered a heathen. Until you come back through the kingdom on the other side through the men, the elect men. That's the only way you're gonna be considered a saint. Is through their sacrifice.
Yeah. If you are of the other nations, you can't become
a saint. It's not meant for you to become a saint.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't meant for us to rule this kingdom.
Like I said, in the old, so to speak, in the old world, all those saints, like Saint Maurice, Saint Charles, those are Israelites. Those are so-called black men. They just took over.
Yep.
And painted themselves in the place they are.
Yep. Because a saint can't rule in this world, man, without falling into mischief, man. Mm-hmm. Because it's a wicked world. Yep. It said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. There ain't no way a saint can last here that long, man. Mm-hmm. Especially without the Most High.
Well, what did it say? The nation seducing my people. They influence my people.
Yep. Look what happened to King Solomon. He was the most wisest Israelite on the planet, man. And at his old age, he even fell to this shit, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's got to be order. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Punishments upon the people. Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains.
Their kings with chains. The Amalekites, they're going to be the first ones going to slavery. And then they're going to have children reincarnated out of their loins going in, and they're going to come under the slavery too, under the men of the Lord.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
Fetters of iron. Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
The judgment written, like we said, when it's written, it's written. Judgment is written, man. And it's going to play out. The judgment written. Then they try to get rid of all the textbook. They couldn't get rid of all the Bible. There's so many printed and all that. But they can't get rid of text because now, even in this time, because now it's in us. Most High is putting it in us.
It's in us. It's online now.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, man.
Seeping out the earth. Seeping out of other people's mouths and shit.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
This honor have all the saints. Praise ye the Lord. It's an honorable thing. This is going to be an honorable thing. Because what is going to say, and it's a kingdom, we're going to, Most High will, we're going to all have staffs in our hand, man. Honorable, we're not honored in this place. It even says the prophet is not honored in his own country. We're not honored here for this work, for telling the truth. Hey, you call us can't get right. You call us, well, But we speaking the Most High's word. You gotta talk to the Most High if you really want to be. Go ahead. We're gonna get this last scripture.
This is Daniel chapter 7.
14.
I got it right there. It's
Oh,
18. Okay. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. It was close to it. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever,
yeah.
or forever, even forever and ever.
Like apostles say, we ain't gonna ask. We're not gonna vote on any shit. Flip dice. Flip a coin. We're gonna take the kingdom and possess it. It says forevermore. So this whole world need a makeover. America don't need a makeover because it's gonna be destroyed and shit. Most High done with America. You know how you like I could rebuild America. He don't even want to see America in his sight. America is so wicked. I don't want to even see a prosperous trees growing right now. Only a wilderness, a desert. And it's going to be righteous men all over across the world, through the universe, ruling the worlds. Because it said he framed the worlds, and it said he made we're going to rule the worlds, man. Planets and people in righteousness. You see where Trump is, Trump, of course he's a puppet, but you see how America is being ruled, is not being ruled justly. It's not ruled definitely. It's not with order. Even though they're going to do a rebirth, so to speak, a reset, they're doing reset off of evilness, man. Off of wicked things that are already in play in their minds of how they plan to do it. So you think that's going to prosper? Nah, man. Wickedness will not triumph, man. It says wickedness is what it says. The wickedness, the wicked triumph, the short, or the wicked triumph of the wicked is short. So wickedness never worked. Being disobedient to your maker, because hey, Esau, Most High said, he made the wicked. He made the wicked for the day of evil. They give Most High credit. No. Go ahead.
It's Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame.
What?
But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches, and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
And you see, they should think the Israelites done so bad that the Most High wouldn't accept them back. Get the hell out of here. That's false information. You always love your son. Even when he's doing bad, you're like, man, I wish my son would get right. And when he does get right, you'll definitely let him back in. The other nation's going to be like, but what about all that wrong he did? I forgave him for that. He was a righteous man now. That's what the elect represent, man. Got any more?
No.
Yeah.
All right, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. And it reads, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? Yahweh forbid.
Most High didn't cast away his people. Most High forbid. Yahweh forbid. He didn't cast away his people. He cast them out of his sight, but not out of his heart. You know? Go ahead.
For I also am an Israelite.
Paul said, I also am an Israelite. He didn't say he was an Israelite, spiritual Israelite. He actually goes into it, his brethren, how they were born in, of the bloodline pretty much. Go ahead.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Of the seed. Spirits don't have seeds, man. I don't know if y'all learned that, you heathens and you other nations. Spirits don't have seeds, man. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of Benjamin, man. That's Benjamin as came out of the loins of Jacob. So that's a bloodline.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, the Most High have not cast away his people which he foreknew.
Which he foreknew. So that's why he's always reminding them. And he reminded us in this place about old Egypt. So it can be compared to this Egypt. He reminded about Moses back in the day.
Yep.
And the chariots that were dealing with us back then. So we wouldn't have got the knowledge if we wasn't the people. We wouldn't have been a presentation for him.
Yep.
In this way if we wasn't his people, man. I ain't never heard a small hats talk about no chariots. Or delivered from Egypt and shit. They talking about these Arabs and shit. Arabs wasn't our only enemy and wasn't our worst enemy.
Yep.
They ain't never talked about how they fought the Amalekites and shit. And the Edomites were their worst enemy. Where is that history? Because they are Edomites. They are Amalekites. Go ahead.
Wote ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, which is really talking about Isaiah. I think that's just how you say his name in the Greek, right? Elias? No, it's talking about Isaiah.
Elijah.
That's Elijah. I think it's Elias. I think it's talking about Isaiah right there. Because they talk about, he said, the Lord, they have killed thy prophets. They dig down thine altars. That's talking about Isaiah, ain't it? Let me go. Let me go to the blue letter and look it up real quick.
Yeah, because it was two. Because I know when I was trying to say if you could receive this is Elias, which is forthcome, and that was Elijah.
Yeah.
But yeah, check.
Let me just double check. Sloppy.
You know, we slip a mind sometimes.
All right. That was Roman 11, right? Yep. Yeah, I think it's a lot of no, it's let me click on it. Don't let me click on the button like it's saying too. It won't let me open it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cookies are blocking it. Anyway, we'll get it later in the information. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's talking about Elijah.
Yeah.
Not Isaiah.
Done.
It's lucky about that.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, let me go check. 'Cause, you know, sometimes it'll say it's close to that where it says Isaiah. But it says, scripture says of Elias, which is Elijah, how he maketh intercession of the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life.
Yeah.
But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Represents the elect.
Those 144,000 elect men, you know, it's a complete set of men.
And the Most High made it to where it was an increase of wickedness, so it makes sense. You know, Most High and an increase of men. So back then it was, you know, there was less people on earth. It was 7,000 the completion of a number anyway. But still, it's only 144,000 that has to be sealed. Ain't no, America got 300 million alone. You would think it would be more electing that. Only 144,000. So that's how they think. Oh, there's billions of people on earth. And it says that in the scriptures. Oh Lord, how many men are upon the earth? How am I? How am I to be of any importance among all these people and stuff? They have multitude of people. And the Most High said basically paraphrasing, you can't look at that, man. Most High deal in small numbers, tents and things that people wouldn't even call any of use or any recognition. So it could be millions and billions of people in the world, and it could be this one group and everybody like, yeah, who are they? And they the very chosen people. That's how the Most High works. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Most High will, and ruling the kingdom. And then we're gonna have multitude of, and we got the multitude, and number multitude. But a lot of them are gonna be women, and we're gonna rule the earth, generation, forever and forever, forevermore. Right here on earth, except America. But you ain't gonna know where America is because it said the line is gonna be erased in this place pretty much. It's just gonna be the border of wickedness. That's where that wicked, just like monument of Jezebel. I mean not Jezebel, but Sarah. I mean not Sarah. Lot's wife.
Mm-hmm.
It's a monument of her today being destroyed with salt. I mean, it turned into a pillar of salt. So the world know whenever they look up on it, it's like, oh, that's that. That's Lot's wife right there. It serves no significant purpose, but for people to remember that it was wicked, a wicked place, America. So there's going to be establishment and rulership on this earth. Earth by forever. Heaven is going to be on earth. Man. You're going to see your rulers and your gods in the flesh, extraterrestrial flesh. We ain't going to have the same flesh. God's not going to give us new bodies. Imagine a new flesh, but it don't deteriorate. No? And it can metamorph and all that if it wants to. Most High can make that possible, man. Sure, if a caterpillar can turn into a whole butterfly, how much more the sons of men? Anyway.
Oh yeah, that was good on that.
All right, that's it, man. Hopefully it's edifying. We had technical difficulties, so we had to break up and the feed and all that. Yeah, Most High brought us back.
Might have been because of my hotspot or something.
Yeah.
Because ever since I ain't turned that on, it's been staying on. I have to go figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, once again, gonna give all praises to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Rock the Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone. Must I take to the brothers, teach the word for the hopeful election, be like Most High will, to hopefully strengthen elect, shalom, blessings. And all the brothers going through atrocities and going through troubles and going through sickness, man. Hope y'all get well. Hope y'all stay blessed and recover. It's not an easy thing being in these chains of darkness, and brothers, if you have a stroke, Most High will recover, get sharp, get back. We almost out of here anyway. Shalom, blessings.
Shalom.